Hello everybody, welcome back to All Things Jazzy. I am going to be making this s'mores cake and it's so good, okay? This is not a scratch cake, but this is an enhancement cake. So we are starting off with a box of Duncan Hines chocolate fudge cake mix. Now you can use the devil's food cake or whichever chocolate cake of your choice. You can use a different brand, absolutely up to you. So to this powder cake mix, I am going to add some chocolate pudding because we just want this to be chocolatey. And I'm not using the whole packet. I'm going to save a bit so that I am able to use it to make some pudding, the regular pudding that you would use this for, to pour into the cake. So I'm adding one additional egg. So I'm adding 4 eggs, and I also added in some melted butter instead of the oil. And I am using milk instead of water. So doing these things definitely enhances your cake, your box cake mix, to make it taste homemade. Okay, so I am just going to go ahead and give this a mix until all the powder is gone and it's just well blended together, about 2 minutes. Okay, so y'all probably wondering like, what is she talking about? Her lips are all off, the words are not matching. I recorded this video live and then I am doing an overlay or voiceover, in other words, for my YouTube friends. So you guys, make sure you click like the links down in the description box and follow me on my other socials. Okay, and again, I am a cookie maker, so if you do want some cookies, go ahead and click the link on how to get cookies. All right, so I am make it easy for me type of mom, so I have aluminum pan, of course, and now what I'm going to do is for the bottom, because we're going to make a bottom crust, sort of like how you would have a pie crust, but we're going to use some graham crackers, because what is s'mores without graham crackers? All right, so I am just sealing up my bag, and then I am going to crunch up these graham crackers. Now, I was beating it with my fist at first, y'all. Crazy, right? So then I'm like, let me go and get a cup. So I went and got my Boss Lady cup, and I went ahead and crunched these babies up till they were nice and fine. And then I am going to pour a half a stick of melted butter in here and just move it all around so that all the graham crackers can be nice and buttery. Now here, I was just like, I want all of the butter out of here. I want everything. No butter left behind. You know how like be a little bit, sort of how like you leave a little sip of soda inside of your bottle or your can? We're not leaving no butter. It's too expensive. So I rub that together so that I can make like a crumb, but I don't want it to be crumbly. So if you need more butter, add more butter, because you want it to be able to stick to the bottom of the pan. All right, so now I'm using some Crisco. This is my generic Crisco, in other words, okay, to go ahead and oil up the pan. I want to make sure that you oil up the sides and the bottom as well, so that way your cake doesn't stick. Although, to be honest, it probably wouldn't go stick in here anyway, in this aluminum pan, but we ain't taking no chances. So I pour all the graham cracker crumbs that I mixed with the butter inside of here. And as I was doing this, I was like, I should have used 2 packs of graham crackers, because I just used 1, or at least 1.5, so that we can have more crust, because when we eat s'mores, we like more crust. When we eat any type of pies, we like more crust. So I'm like, I should have added more graham crackers so that it can be more. So my cake was not smooth enough for me. It was a little bit thick. So I did want to thin it out. So I added a little bit more almond milk. Now, do that at your own discretion, okay? I just wanted it to be more cakey than more brownie, or more like a brownie. I didn't want it like a brownie. And then I thought about, I put the pudding in here too. So we definitely needed to add some more liquid to even that out. So I'm going to spread this chocolate cake mix all out, pop it in the oven for about 35 minutes on 375 degrees, or until you do the done test and the cake is done. I just touched the top of it to see, was it done. So now that it's done, you guys, I was supposed to be making the pudding a little bit ago, because of course you have to put it in the refrigerator to let it firm up or let it sit for 5 minutes. So I'm using the rest of the chocolate mix that I have left to make the pudding. And so I decided to poke some holes in the cake while it's hot, because that makes it so much easier for those holes to go through. And I just used the back of a wooden spoon. So now I'm going to sit this pudding in the refrigerator until it firms up a bit, till it's more like a pudding but not too thick, because I want to be able to pour it in these holes that's on this cake. Okay, so I'm going to sit this in the refrigerator to let it firm up. Okay, so while that's in the fridge, to add some more chocolate goodness, I did buy a pack of Hershey's for $1.25. Y'all remember when these used to be $1? Like, take me back. And for a moment, like when Dollar Tree changed and Family Dollar changed, Dollar General was still selling these for $1, and I was running getting all of their stuff they had for $1 still. So because these are individual packs, I do have to open them up. So I'm opening them up and I'm just putting them on this paper towel until my pudding firms up to the right texture that I needed. And you guys, these little Hershey pieces are totally optional as well, because if we think about s'mores, it's just chocolate, graham crackers, and marshmallows, right? So we have the chocolate because of the cake and the pudding. We have the graham crackers on the bottom, and then we're gonna put marshmallows on top. But I wanted to add, I just had to be extra. So my pudding is all nice and ready. So now I'm going to pour it right on top, making sure that I'm pouring some in each of these holes. And then I'm going to top it off with some marshmallows. I am going to be using marshmallow minis. You can use whatever size marshmallows you want. You can even use marshmallow fluff if you want. I like the fluff as well. I just like working with regular marshmallows more. And plus I wanted to toast it just like a s'more. So I'm going to add these marshmallows on top. And then I'm going to turn my oven all the way up. And I'm going to pop it in the oven for like a minute and a half. And let me tell y'all, before, so I did a second round of this. That was the first round. I cut the second round out because it was not nice. I had it in the oven for 3 minutes and they burnt. You could see like the ones right here on the counter in front. They were completely burnt up, but I was still eating them because that burnt was good. So now that it's nice and toasted, I'm adding these little Hershey's chocolate pieces on top. And then I'm adding some morsels, some chocolate milk chocolate morsels as well. And it's also mixed with a little bit of the semi-sweet chocolate. And we're just going to pour those on top. And all of that is optional. I just wanted it to look pretty. Okay, and so I'm adding everything on top while my marshmallows is still hot. That way the chocolate will melt a bit. And you can add some extra graham cracker crumbs on top as well. That's what I normally do. But I didn't want to open up a whole nother pack of graham crackers for the purpose of adding some crumbs to the top. So I'm like, we are going to eat this as is. And it's really, really good while it's still hot. Okay, so let me know like some of the cakes that you guys make. Have you ever made this before? Have you ever made s'mores before, like without being outdoors? Let me know down in the comments, okay? So what I did to cut this, because of course marshmallows are gooey, I oiled up my spatula with some butter flavored cooking spray. So that way like the marshmallows wouldn't stick. Now it did still stick a little bit, but you guys look at this ooey gooey goodness. So good. And again, eat it while it's hot. Eat it while it's hot, okay? Okay, you guys, thanks for watching and I will catch y'all in the next one.